that was such a cute intro. I hope that you guys enjoy it because, you know, it's going to be on all of our Treasure on Paper videos, just to have some extra continuity and professionalism. I don't know. You guys feel free to just skip forward in the videos if you don't care for that. Anywho, if you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, welcome. My name is Laura and this is Treasure on Paper. Today's video is all about how do I prep my glue books. And before we get right into that, well, you wouldn't call it right into that if we're not starting with it. Before we do that, I want to show you some of my past glue books and like what I was doing at the time. I've been doing this for, I think this is like going on the 4th year. And what did I do? What worked? What didn't work? And then I'll show you like some newer glue books and how I'm prepping them. Of course, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I just had practical experience, if you will. I hope that you enjoy. Say hi in the comments. So let's get into it. This is the very first glue book I ever worked in, and I think it was called Small Glue Book. I do have a playlist for all of these glue books. The first thing I did, this was a hard, like leather bound book, and I really just painted the outside. That gave a little bit more, you know, stability. I am looking here because it's been a while, y'all. So this is one of those that is stitched in and has quite a few stitches in there. I don't know if that means anything to you. I'm just looking, and I do not believe, like, I don't believe I used any packing tape in the spine or anything like that. And it is held together quite well. Yeah. Yeah, this has worked very well. Some of the lifting you see like there. Let's see if you can see that. Let me do it like that. So you can see how it's sort of pulling at the threads there. But ultimately, this one is another one. I mean, I really worked in this book. I added a little bit of everything. Like some of the pages I put items across. So I feel like that can help a little bit. But as far as my very first glue book, like this was one I went all the way across on, I didn't do any prepping, you guys. It's just editing me popping in. I'm not sure if this was my first or my second glue book, but I do recall now that I had to have glued pages together by like 2 or 3 pages at a time. I would glue together because those are pretty firm pages. So that is definitely something I did. And other than that, I don't think there's really anything else looking back at it. All right, back to the video. Okay, so that is just showing you, and maybe it is the amazingness of this actual book. Can I tell you anything about it or where I got it? This is the information I have. So, you know, pause it and you can look it up. I couldn't tell you where I got it. I have no clue. This was my next one. And again, this was a hard cover book. And so it has this outer shell. And then on the inside, you can see the book. And it is glued down to the front and the back of this outer cover. All right. Oh, wait. There you go. There you go. So this is all sealed. I hope you guys are able to see. I believe this was in 2022. I started it as just sort of like a little art journal, if you will. And these pages are flush. You see how these are flush to one another? Let's go in a little further. You see that? Isn't that nice? That makes it so good because if you are like painting or drawing, it lays flat. It mostly laid flat. So I have some washi tape. I think that was more decorative. Here is, you know, I think it held together really well. Okay. I don't see me using any packing tape is my go-to now, especially for the cheaper books that I buy, like the composition books. Okay. So yeah, this one held together great. This was my very first mini glue book made out of one of the little composition glue books you can buy at the Dollar Tree. She is thick. This one had fallen apart. It got difficult to work in because it got so thick. I feel like using a page all the way across helps. You see how that's coming apart? So let me look. Where is that doing that at? Okay, right here. All right. Now, I believe a lot of this falling apart happened towards the very end of me working in it. So I could go in and add, yeah, look at that. You can see where I added on some of the other pages the packing tape, and it just really came apart. So I feel like if I wouldn't have packed so much in it, it would have been just fine. See, that one came across apart from right there. 2023 and 2024. This is my, I believe this is, yeah, volume 1, my first Pink Lady. And then this is my volume 2 Pink Lady. All right, now we can look at them. This one is completed. Let me put it on this side. They're both completed. This is volume 1 and this is volume 2. This one here, I did a great job of prepping it, and I also was able to stop. I have the extra gene, as I'm sure all of you do too, and I went overboard with it. So let me show you this one. All right, so you see that looks really rough. I do recommend for storage if you get yourself some kind of a tie, and it really helps keep it together. Oh yeah, this is when I really started using packing tape. I like the packing tape. It's strong, it's sturdy, and you can see through it. That's why I like it. And I did have to go in and, as I was working, lay down more packing tape. And I don't mind it if it's all crinkled. It really does not bother me. I put in like build-a-block things. There was taping up as I went. Okay, it was, here's a great page that it's, you know, I've got some tape down there, and then why I didn't add, oh, something just popped out, I think a brick, and then that top has no tape. Yeah, one of the bricks came out. That's okay. It's because I'm bending it and stuff. Another one, you can go down in there. Okay, so this was an in a progress type of piecing it together, keeping it together. I really, again, think when you add something over it, it does help. And washi tape is good for decorative. I wouldn't recommend it for, you know, keeping it together. Now, you can see here, this is like nearly the middle of my book, and it really started coming apart. Look at that lady's eyes. She's crazy. All right. So this one, not so much prep beforehand, but definitely prep as I was going through it. This is Pink Lady Volume 1, Pink Lady Volume 2. So much better. I started by putting the packing tape along the spine, and I pretty much went in and added packing tape throughout all the pages. I also doubled up on pages or tripled up on pages. Okay. This was a picture all the way across. Tape. All right. Tape. I added this tape afterwards. And yeah, I mean, there's multi-dimensional things in here, so I feel like this is really held together nicely. And again, I just recently finished my last video in this one. We have a Monopoly game in here, y'all. Okay. So yeah, the packing tape for me beforehand, and the doubling up and tripling up of pages. Now, how did I do that? I like to use the disappearing purple Elmer's glue, the good old school glue. I love it. It works for most everything. And one day I could do a little video showing you all of the like multi-dimensional things or weird, unusual items I've put in my glue book. Most of them held down just by Elmer's glue. Next up is my January 25 to July of 25. What did I call this glue book? How in the world could I forget? This is my trashy, junky glue book. This is my second one. Okay, the first one sort of turned out like Pink Lady Volume 1. On the second volume, I did not add any extra tape to the binder. I did add tape just because I wanted to cover up my acrylic markers on the front and the back. Okay, so now on the inside, pardon me, you can see how thick it is, but look how nicely the pages sort of stayed where they were versus these that came out. I don't know why. I don't know. Anywho, in here it was just trash and junk, and there are pages that I decided to go ahead and use the washi tape method by joining a couple pages together. I didn't glue them in here. It seems to be just fine. You can see like right here, these were not glued together. You could probably like tape the bottom part and then you'd have a pocket. And I'm sure you guys are so smart, you know that already. I never really thought of it. But yeah, I just prepped this one by washi taping pages together. This one, oh no, I put that on top of there. And I used packing tape on top of things. Let's see. Nope, that's no packing tape there. Yeah, I don't know if I used packing tape prior. That seems to be after. Yeah. No, I did not. Nope. Okay, so all I did was double up the pages and use washi tape to hold them together. That's it. That's all I did. And this big old thing, I mean, look, this is fake flowers. This thing is holding together excellently. Oh, what's happening? What did I do here? Did I glue all those together? Oh, what had happened? Did I glue? Oh no, I glued all of those together. Those are all blanks. I think I wanted to have, see, I had already pre-washi taped several pages together. So as I was going, I realized this needed extra strength. That's why I put them together. I didn't even remember that. We got used up markers. So yeah, that's what I did there all the way through. And that's it. I did put some tape right here on the back cover. Did I do it on the front cover? Yeah, the back and the front cover, I added the washi tape. I wonder if I did it in the middle. No, that's hilarious. Okay, so that's all I did for that trashy junky glue book. My vintage glue book, I need to weigh this. This thing is humongous. Hold on, let me go weigh it. My friends, this is over 4.5 pounds. Listen to that. All right, this was a travel book, and it was like a Europe or Paris, I can't remember, Paris travel book. This was my very first vintage glue book. So there's no tape here. I do have packing tape there, but it's not for the first page. See? Let's open. I don't believe I doubled up any of the pages in this book. None of this is taped, except for a few pages at the beginning. Did I tape any at the back? No. Okay, so this one held together very well. This one does have some packing tape, but because this is a tip-in. So you can see how well, if you're getting started, maybe it'll be your first glue book, you can see how much you can cram into one of these. Let me show you my color glue book. This is the one we're currently in, the big one. And let me preface that by saying that any of the spiral bound books, you know, if you don't mind working in something with a spiral binding, they will do quite well because, you know, your paper is spirally bound. I don't know how to explain it. But here is our color glue book. This was a book prior. You can sort of see I did take out pages. It was quite a big book, a big sketchbook or drawing book. And I added this from a gift bag. There is no tape here. So these look really good. And I'm almost done with this book. You can see where I tore out a little bit. We're almost completed with this glue book. So I think this one did quite well. With all of that said, let me show you some of my new ones that I'm getting ready to start. Here are two of upcoming glue books, and they are both a hard cover. Okay, and right now you're gonna see I have all kinds of paper sticking out of it. Okay, and the same with this. All right, the first thing I did not take any papers out. It didn't have a large quantity of pages. For me, the first thing I did was just use some iridescent paints to add a fun background. This is going to be our next trashy junky glue book. Glue these in to the pages. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I have a lined white background, I tend to want to cover up all of the white space. So what I thought is if I covered up the majority of the pages, then I could just, you know, put my trash and junk in there, you know, a little bit with less pressure. I don't know. It's a me thing. You guys may get it, you may not. This is similar to how I'm doing my sweets glue book. I did the same thing. I went ahead and added some washi tapes. Those may need to be removed as I'm gluing. Like this is cookies, and in the way that my mind thinks, I only want cookies on this page. Okay, so I don't know if I want that. Let's see. I have a ton of different food washies. This one's chocolate. So I started off with the paint, and then of course I went ahead and pre-planned what papers. And then I have a spiral bound large sketchbook that will be my the other part of this. It will be a sweets and savory glue book. This one is just going to be like candy. I did use some tape. Did I do it all the way up? No, because I was getting too tired. So yes, I did that to many of the pages. Some of them I did not. I left that one blank. So again, will I ever learn my lesson? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how these two work out in the end. And maybe you don't have to put the tape down at the spine of every single page. Maybe you don't have to double up every single page. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find a happy medium for myself and like how I glue book, which is extra. Like I put so much into these. I just am trying to do less work. You know that saying, work smarter, not harder? Anywho, I usually do it the other way around. So yeah, I hope that this helped you. I hope that you got some tips. I hope you saw a glue book. You were like, I want to go see the playlist of that. Check it out. And thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, and of course that hype button if you would like to use a hype or 2 or 3 on me. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, Trash Panda. Trash Panda!